Hello guys, welcome back to James Montreal beer review. Today I've got another exciting American craft brew, very acclaimed one. I've never tried it myself, and it's going to be Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Now, Sierra Nevada is a microbrewery out of Chico, California. I reckon it's the northern part of California, and they've been brewing beer for 30 years. So it's one of the pioneers of microbrewing, craft brewing in the United States. So they were founded in 1979 by Ken Grossman and his colleagues, I guess. This is an American Pale Ale, and as you can see, it's a very nice big bottle. It's not even a bomb, it's more. This is 24 ounces as opposed to 22, which is the standard for bomber bottles. So I reckon it's about 700 mils, and it's 5.6% ABV, so which is pretty appropriate for American Pale Ales. So I picked this up. It was very cheap actually. It was only $3 for this nice big bottle at Whole Foods Market in the Bowery in New York City. And I was really excited to try it. Many people have mentioned this. Many people have reviewed it. Every time I see this beer, hear about it, I probably think of the Imusofats because they love this beer. And also Funky Monk did a review this back, I think, in the beginning of the year. Which means they actually distribute this beer to the UK as well. So Pale Ale is probably one of the flagship beers from Sierra Nevada. They make a whole range of different interesting beers, including the Torpedo Extra IPA and the Bigfoot, which is a barley wine. So let's talk about the style briefly and get reviewing. Alright, so the American Pale Ale style originated, as you probably can guess if you know, from the English Pale Ales. I'm going to go into more detail when we talk about Samuel Smith's Old Brewery Pale Ale, which is really a sort of benchmark example of the English style. But Pale Ales are usually much darker in color, so people are actually confused about the origin of the word. Because if you look at a typical Pale Ale and you compare it to like typical macro or Pilsner kind of type beer, you see that it's much darker in color. But American Pale Ales are usually light amber to about darker kind of golden color, as opposed to like English Pale Ales, which are usually copper in color, reddish flow to them. But if you take the English Pale Ales, which are usually very complex in their maltiness, American Pale Ales are usually less malty, more hoppy. You get that piney, citrusy notes, and a bit more clean and crisp overall. And this is going to be a West Coast example of the style, and it's considered one of the best in the United States, one of the best, best known, most acclaimed ones. So let's review it now and see what it's all about. Alright, so as usual, I'll read the description of the bottle. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is a completely natural ale. There are no additives, only the finest malted barley, whole hops, brewer's yeast, and crystal clear water. A fine layer of yeast in each bottle is a result of the traditional bulk conditioning process that produces carbonation naturally. So it's going to be a bottle fermented conditioned beer. Didn't actually know that. If you look at the label, very nice and kind of dreamy a bit. I kind of find Sierra Nevada's labels to be plain but very nice looking nevertheless. And the cap just says Sierra Nevada, fresh seal caps, nothing special, but I still preserve it for the sake of collecting it. So let's crack it open now. Probably going to smoke on me, but I don't really care for smoke. I'm going to be using my generic American style pint glass, this one. Alrighty, got ourselves a nice 2-finger thick head, very carbonated beer, but apparently it's natural. Might as well believe that. There's nothing suspicious in that. Tan coloured head, actually kind of frothy and pretty nice. And it's pretty much amber in colour, so very typical of American Pale Ale. Even like American IPAs, some of them tend to be the same colour. Nothing else to say about it. It's fairly clear. I mean, it's just a tad hazy. It's not entirely see-through or anything. Nice, very powerful hoppiness to it. Loads of pine, but also a fair amount of citrus notes. I'm just saying, like I'm just smelling lemon and orange. Maybe a bit of grapefruit. Definitely some grain. Some nice caramel, subtle caramel notes as well. Nice floral tones to it. Very appealing and probably going to be tasty as well. Cheers. First thing that I noticed is carbonation is very high at this point, but it's already kind of settling down, and in a few moments it's probably going to be you know, much less present there. It's hard to tell how hoppy it actually is, because the carbonation kind of changes mouthfeel. But I do taste a fair amount of that piney hoppiness, and kind of is well balanced with the sweet malts in the finish. It's light to medium bodied, so the mouthfeel is kind of light. If you compare this with the Liberty Ale from Anchor Brewery, I reviewed it some time before. That one was a bit too hoppy for me, but this one is much milder, probably nicer. You can already kind of see why people like this as a, prefer this, and some people make this their session beer of their choice. Easy drinking, nice hoppiness, but it's very, it's not, even for me, I'm not, entirely accustomed to American style, right in your face kind of hoppiness, but this is very good for me. As far as complexity goes, I can't really taste many interesting notes in it, so it's where it's supposed to be, I guess, for American pale ales. I don't really taste any spiciness, apart from the fruitiness and the pine notes. There's nothing much else to say about it. Very good, tasty beer nevertheless. I'll come back with my final thoughts. Nice head retention, actually. I spent time together as well. Kind of goes back. Cheers. Alright, so I'm on my second glass right now, and what can I say about this beer? It certainly is probably the most drinker-friendly American pale ale I've ever had in my life. It's not the most complex one though, but you know what? It's got its own kind of place, own niche, if you will. You'd be hard-pressed to probably find a better drinking, easier drinking American pale ale. I mean, I had no problem getting to almost the whole 24-ounce bottle without, getting a kick out of it or anything. Very, nice, relaxed kind of beer, very good session beer. I totally get why people chose to, make this favorite session beer probably. You get enough hops, you get enough malts. I mean, it's not very intense. It's probably not meant to be that way. Some fruitiness, citrus, maybe a bit of apple kind of notes, some pine, some floral, hefty kind of notes as well. Light to medium body, closer to light probably. But the drinkability is probably what beer is all about. And, it's very, 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 very solid performer. So I'm going to give this a nice 8 out of 10 actually, because it's scored 4 out of 5 at both Beer Advocate and RateBeer.com. So that's an 8 out of 10 for Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Very good drinking beer. I mean, it's not bland. I'm not saying it doesn't have enough taste. It has enough taste, but it's just not very complex. But I still probably give this a round of applause just for being very nice, easy drinking, tasty beer. That's about it. See you guys later. Stay to the beer. Cheers.